I do want to jump right into it. After so long, the first Britannica was published, I think, in 1768. And stopping that print, just talk to us about what some people who have loved Britannica for so long thought about that move.
Well, it was a dramatic announcement, and it was the culmination of a long transition. We've been publishing digitally for 28 years, we've been online for 18 years, and in mobile formats for 2 years. So it wasn't a sudden move, but it is the case that it's a dramatic change from, as you rightly say, the 240-year tradition of print publishing. And I think it's emblematic of the way in which the world is changing around us, the way in which people are wanting to receive their information, the way in which the educational markets are moving, and that's a very strong focus for us around the world and very substantially in South Africa.
What happened when you did make the transition? I would like to know what happened just in terms of your staff. Did you just take those staff and then move to online, or did you have to make significant changes in the way that you operated?
The way that we operated gradually moved from using the print channels, so to some extent the book distribution channels, but of course Britannica used to be a very, very strong direct into the home marketing operation, and that's one of the images that people have of Britannica around the world, of the salesman coming to the home and making a long presentation to a family in a home, buying on behalf of their children's education. That vanished probably 15 to 20 years ago, and since that time the main changes within the organization have been in the sales methods, and of course now we use very much the methods of the electronic era, so email marketing, direct marketing, online, search engine marketing and so forth. But the other significant change is in the pace of the editorial activity, and so Britannica used to be a very academic kind of approach to developing its text and its imagery. Now it's almost like news. So if an event happens, let's say for example the Japanese tsunami last year, when that happened, Britannica updated its Japan material, its nuclear energy material, its geology material, the text and the illustrations, and we republished all that material within 19 hours of the event happening. So it's a very, very fast-paced editorial operation now, and one of the phrases that we use of ourselves is that we're the world's backstory. If something happens around the world, then Britannica can tell you how we got here from there. So we don't compete with you, the news broadcasters, but we provide the context of what is happening in the world today.
Ian, I read somewhere that users would have to pay online to access the information. How accurate is that?
The information is available on subscription, so it's available to users at home on subscription. It's relatively inexpensive. It's about the equivalent of $2 a month. In the institutional markets, which are our largest markets, so in the schools, the universities, the libraries, then the material is made available free to all members of that institution. So if you're a student or a lecturer and you wish to use Britannica, then it's freely available as long as your institution is subscribing to us.
I would like to find out.
Many institutions around the world do so.
Ian, I would like to find out though, you've got organizations like Wikipedia and Google in particular that has been around for so long, Wikipedia being very, very popular now. How do you compete against those?
It'll be strange to your ears, but we don't compete against them because they do very, very different things. Google is a fantastic operation, and it drives a lot of traffic to Britannica. So when people search for particular terms on Google, particularly specialist terms, then Britannica's results come very high up the Google pages, and so it's a very important channel to market for us. It's not a competitor. Wikipedia again does a very different thing from Britannica. It's crowdsourced, as you know, and for many people the sense of Wikipedia as a rough and ready resource of information is perfectly valuable. For us, we have a very particular need, a particular requirement from our school markets, from our home markets, from our library and university markets, that people should know who's written the material, that it's been properly fact-checked, and where it comes from. And so we have a very different editorial model from Wikipedia, and a different business model too. Our business model is based upon serving our customers and generating repeat subscriptions from them. So the value to them of our material is described in the subscription. Wikipedia's business model is really a begging bowl.